What's going on, Legionnaires? Welcome to another episode of Legion of Comic Correction. We talk all things comic books. Yeah! It is November 2024.
Dude.
I know.
Sucks.
Well,
need an air horn or some fives. Do something.
Pick up your slack or we'll replace you.
We'll replace you. Ask Mando.
That's what I was supposed to ask Mando. We replaced him.
Gosh, we need the sound wizard back.
Yeah, where's that sound? I heard he's in California.
Is he in California?
He's in California. Yeah.
Sucks for him.
Well, he's got stuff. He's got stuff he has to do. We understand. We gotta do what
make
you gotta
sure
do.
it doesn't fall, into the
into
the ocean.
He's
probably holding the fault line. That's what's going on.
I believe it, man.
Harry's pulling it out of the ocean.
King.
Ox King pulling the San Andreas fault together.
He's wasn't there a rock movie about that? Or I guess it was.
No, that was the name of the movie. Was San Andreas?
Andreas.
Yeah,
with the fault.
Yeah.
I knew it was about the fault line.
No, I mean the
Wasn't
stereotypical
he an
pull.
amputee?
Yeah,
in that?
he doesn't have like a foot or something.
A leg or
the stereotypical pull is the Steve Rogers Captain America,
right, pulling.
Doesn't he rip his bicep doing that or something? Wasn't that the story?
No.
No, not Steve Rogers. I mean, like
Chris
I thought
Evans?
Chris Evans actually ripped
No, but
his
he
bicep.
actually held that. I mean, they weren't pulling away from him. But
Right.
he held the helicopter. He sat in between it. That was actually real.
But if you're not actually pulling away, then that's really not that impressive. All you're doing is just...
but he's an actor. He just show muscles. He's not really. He doesn't have the super soldier serum.
Wait, all actors have show muscles? You want to say that to The Rock? Say that to The Rock.
Oh, The Rock has extremely steroided muscles, which are also show muscles. I mean, I've seen his workout videos.
Oh, really? Oh!
It doesn't matter what you think.
Fired. Shots fired.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Yes, he is.
Guys, if you like podcasts about comic books, this is the place to be.
Check. I like those things.
We do that. Well, then good. Do you want to listen to our podcast?
Sure.
You should subscribe.
I do.
Subscribe.
I actually am subscribed.
I am. Do you like the videos?
I like every video.
I love it.
I watch every video.
I love it.
Mostly because I legitimately try to critique myself and being better at doing
you want
this.
to hear it back and see how you did well and what you did badly.
What I did badly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm always perfect. You guys have a lot of notes.
We struggle a
You
bit.
guys have a lot of notes.
You've written a lot of notes for us.
I write down a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Okay, you should be a fan like Logan. Like and
Take
subscribe.
Notes. Let me know how to improve.
Bell. That's right. Put it in the comments. Tell us how to improve. Tell us what to do better.
I know I can't, but they need the help.
Yeah, well, we do.
Especially fives!
Come on, fives! What are you, fours? If you're new, like and subscribe. Hit that bell. If you want to help support.
That was so bad I almost died.
If you want to help support, there's links in the bio down below. The first one goes to the legionofcc.com, our website, where you can buy sweet merch like that, sweet merch like this, and sweet merch like that over there.
Hat day.
That's right. Anytime you guys buy merch, it goes directly to the podcast.
One too. I could have put that on.
That's right. We could have been the trifecta. Well, we're not talking about a trifecta-worthy topic today.
No. It is DC.
Could be.
It is DC.
They are the kings of the trifecta.
Of trifecta garbage.
It's a trident.
Yeah. Yeah.
All of the money from the merch store goes to making our podcast better, so go and support us there. If you want to support in a bigger way, you can click our Patreon link down below, where you can become members there and get behind-the-scenes photos and videos and polls and questions about like what we're doing next, what we're talking about next, and you get really cool.
What's on Mando?
Mando's finally pulling his weight.
What's
Look
on
at
him?
that guy. Well, Mando's got an exclusive sticker that's only available this month, the month of November 2024, for Patreon members, any tier. Become a member today and learn how you can get that exclusive sticker. It goes away at the end of November. You can never get it again.
You can't buy it anywhere. You can't sell bone marrow to get it. You can't.
If you DM me, I might be able to get you one.
What?
No, I'm kidding. It's just for Patreon members.
I was going to say.
I'm not like that. I'm not like that.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
All right, guys. Today, we are doing the second part of our comic news. A few weeks ago, we had the MCU section of kind of what's coming up next. We talked a lot about the Fantastic Four and Dr. Doom being cast as RDJ and all that stuff coming up for next year. Today, we're going to talk about what's coming up in DC. Some of the things that were announced.
I have to carry the weight because I don't have Harry here to help with this one this time. Actually, he didn't want to even be here because he's so disappointed in DC.
He's like, "Oh, you guys doing DC episode?
You doing DC? I'm done.
I'm out." Well, you know what? If you really want to know Harry's thoughts about this, leave some questions for him down in the comments.
Sure.
And we'll get you some answers.
Great.
All right.
Great
because he's not here right now, and I'm sure he has a lot of really great stuff to say. And
it's
we're
probably
just
yelling. It's probably just yelling.
That's you. He would have some constructive things to say.
Actually, but I don't know, man, dude. When it comes to DC, yes, he is. He is. But when it comes to DC,
he's mad. He's angry.
He's angry.
Well,
come on. He's on my side a lot more.
Things are looking kind of cool.
No, they're not. They're never looking good.
They're never looking good until they're good.
Until we produce something good.
So
they're not looking good.
The Penguin has been doing really, really great on HBO.
Yes,
I will. I haven't seen it.
I will say that.
But I think it was 4 weeks in a row or 5 weeks in a row. It was like the top streaming show.
You know what?
It's doing really, really good.
Thing. Our last episode, I talked about how people are afraid to go dark.
They went dark.
Penguin,
Penguin dark
is dark.
Yeah, anatomically
and it's doing
dark.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, and people are loving it. They're eating it up.
Because it's dark!
Yeah, well, that seems to be... So what James Gunn has kind of promoted...
Tapping into.
Yeah, is that like the dark stuff of DC is going to be dark.
Yep.
But then the positive stuff of DC is going to be positive. And we talked a little bit about it in our last episode.
Make it legitimate. There are evil characters. Right. There are bad guys. They exist. We don't need to try to redeem them. We can just let them be bad.
Let them be bad. And that's what we talked about.
Let anti-heroes be anti-heroes.
Right,
let good guys be good guys.
Right.
Let them exist in those places. We don't need to make everybody a conflicted, confused character.
Right.
Marvel.
Yeah, and I mean, though that may be somewhat, realistic because most people are conflicted and confused, it's good for us. There's something about seeing good and evil in a show that's important.
Do you know what? Why do we read comics? Why do we read comics?
So well, I mean, one of the big reasons I read comics is because I want to see the good guys triumph over the bad guys. Like, you want to see that struggle.
Sometimes the other way around.
Sometimes it goes the other way around. But like, you want to see that struggle.
Watchmen.
Right. There are some more pessimistic views of reality and some more optimistic, but there's always good and bad.
Optimistic, pessimistic.
Right.
That's all it comes. I mean,
that's how it started. Rage and Reason.
That is. We need somebody on the fence.
Right. We need our Ahsoka over here.
Dude, that's the way we should set up in the studio.
That's why he's in the middle.
That's why we should put him in the middle
and us on either side.
That way he can it would even be like a freaking like a WWE entrance or what is it with the heels and oh dude, I need entrance music.
Well, you know what? Maybe we'll have to do something in 2025.
2025
new year, new us. You want to do it? Can we?
Dude, the drawing for 2025 should have us all as WWE as wrestling characters.
It's true. We could.
That's what it should be.
And we should review the WWE in its entirety.
No.
We would be here forever.
We would be here too long.
So we're going to talk today, guys, about some of the things that James Gunn has kind of revealed about the DCU, his plans. We've gotten some trailers coming out. We've gotten some behind-the-scenes photos. We've gotten some casting announcements. We're going to go through some of the big ones today.
I have a big spoiler on it.
Oh, good.
Spoiler.
Oh, yeah.
Can I do it now?
Sure.
WB's going to ruin it all. Spoiler.
That's the pessimistic realism coming through.
It's a spoiler.
Well, we'll see. I always try and wait till I've seen the whole thing before I can say it. But usually you're right. Usually it's been pretty bad.
Logan, usually you're right.
Usually when it comes to
I try to wait to the end and then I realize you were right the whole time.
That Logan was just right. So we've got sorry, Sound Wizard's not over there.
Fix it.
Checking my mic
Fives.
over here. Come
Fix
on,
it.
Fives! Earn your keep. We're going to get the Ox King back over here.
We need him.
Need him. So we got a few things coming out. We've got some. So
you gonna hit me with some stuff
I'm gonna
here?
hit you with some stuff.
Okay, all right.
The beginning of the DCU, the official beginning, is Creature Commandos.
Yep.
They've announced
Creature
Commandos
for a long time.
Right. They dropped the Comic-Con trailer.
Live action, right?
No.
That would be dope.
But Frank Grillo, right, is playing Rick Flag Sr. Rick
Yes.
Flag's father.
Yeah.
He's the voice of Rick Flag Sr. in Creature Commandos.
Yep.
It has been confirmed that he is appearing in Peacemaker Season 2 as the live-action Rick Flag Sr.
Ooh.
So there
fun.
actually
That
is
fun.
going to be some
That's pretty
crossover.
cool.
And Frank Grillo, man, I was so mad that they kind of nerfed him as Crossbones. He was such a cool.
They really did.
He's just a little character, which is fine, but he's so great.
Yeah.
I want to see more of him. And now he's going to be in 2 major DCU properties.
Cool.
So that's pretty cool. So we've got Creature Commandos coming out. Creature Commandos
Commandos is the weirdest.
Yeah, it's
kickoff.
essentially Suicide Squad with monsters.
No. But I'm
having
talking.
it.
Having an animated show
Yeah.
that's Creature Commandos be the kickoff to the DCU is the weirdest start ever.
But you know what? James Gunn's
Gunn's
a weird dude.
I know
I
he
think
is.
it fits.
I know, but what's funny is in our last episode, we talked about the last 2 big bads that were actually evil and not conflicted characters and done right were James Gunn's bad guys in the High Evolutionary and Ego.
Yeah. So we have a few. So just quickly rattling off some of the people that are going to be in this. Some interesting casting notes is Viola Davis is coming back as Amanda Waller for The Voice, which is super cool.
Listen.
Yeah.
This is the thing that I want to say.
Say it.
They are bringing people back from the DCEU.
Yeah, certain
people over to the DCU.
Right.
And although
I think Amanda Waller might be the only one.
No. There was a few other. I can't remember, but I gotta remember. But
I mean, Sean Gunn as Weasel.
Yeah, there you go. No, that's not what I was thinking.
He's in this too.
She is great.
She's great.
She was great casting, and
yeah,
even acted extremely well.
Oh, man,
they wrote her
terrifying.
terrible. They wrote her terrible in
but
most
she was
cases,
terrifying.
but she was phenomenal.
She was good in The Suicide Squad.
The Suicide
She was
Squad.
really good.
She
in
was
that, which-
great.
James Gunn.
James Gunn.
So she's coming back.
Yeah.
Sean Gunn is also coming back as Weasel, and he's playing G.I. Robot, the voice of G.I. Robot, which is pretty cool.
G.I. Robot.
Yeah, G.I. Robot is like this robotic cyborg killer that was made during World War II.
Yep.
Super cool. Killed Nazis. And then another really cool. We've got Dr. Phosphorus is being played by Alan Tudyk.
Oh yeah,
from Firefly, which is super cool. He gets around everywhere, and he's such a great actor.
He's involved in everything.
Such a good voice actor too.
Like Resident Alien or something like that.
Yeah, Resident Alien. Yeah, he's the guy. He's the alien. In that.
Alien. Yeah.
And then Frankenstein Man is being played by David Harbour. Like.
That's great.
We got David Harbour as Frankenstein.
That's great
and
casting.
as
the Red Guardian.
Red Guardian. I mean, we can't beat that. That's gonna be so much fun. So,
no.
Super cool style of artwork. Looks really great. The trailer is definitely not family friendly. We reposted it on our Instagram, but don't show your kiddos. Lots of blood and gore.
Just because it's
lots
an animated
show
doesn't mean you should have kids.
No,
watch
you
it.
shouldn't. So that's coming out
to be clear
on December 5th on Max. So that's coming out soon. They also confirmed.
Get a Max subscription.
I know there's a lot coming out there. Yeah. They also confirmed Harley Quinn, the next season of Harley Quinn, which has been doing really well. So that's continuing down. It's one of I've only seen like a handful of episodes. It is what it is. It's not my cup of tea, but it's been doing really well. So that's coming out. People are excited about. Are you excited about Creature Commander? Are you looking forward to? I mean, I know you like DC animation.
I am.
So
meh.
do you want to see it?
I'm meh.
You're a meh.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
There's very little right now that is going to get me excited for the DCU.
I get that.
And that's the challenge that I think James Gunn really has.
Yes.
Let's think about this. He has to not only helm the DCU, which is in itself a very challenging thing. He has to rebuild the fan base that has been jilted by WB for so long and has made so many bad decisions that I am a massive DC fan.
Yeah.
DC
and you're a pretty big James
jam.
Gunn fan.
And I'm a big James Gunn. But when you put these things together, there's been too many times where it's like, this makes sense. This looks good. We've gotten too excited too many times, only to be let down in some of the worst fashion possible.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah,
agreed. I will be the first to tell you, early on Zack Snyder I was excited about. I loved
when they first
some of the stuff that Zack Snyder had done.
300, Watchmen were both fun. Watchmen, we were disappointed at the end, but
Watchmen, he should have just pulled the trigger on the alien, but whatever.
But we saw that he could do a good thing.
Right.
So,
95% of that movie was wonderful.
Right.
But I can't get excited anymore.
Yeah.
I'm meh.
Just gotta wait.
I would love to. Yeah. I would love to be excited. Ask me after I watch it.
Sure, I will.
That's all I can tell you.
We'll talk about it here.
Yeah, we will.
We'll talk about it here.
We will.
All right, Peacemaker Season 2 announced.
John Cena, man.
John Cena is the best, man. Holy crap.
Can't do wrong in my eyes, really.
I can't get enough.
He's going to do something horrible now. I say this stuff, and then Jonathan Majors is like sitting in the back of my mind. I'm like, geez, like I need to be careful who I hitch my car to. Yeah,
I cannot get enough of the Peacemaker Season 1 scene where he's talking to the kiddos about being a superhero in the classroom, and just like. And like he meant his eagle is named Eagly, and they're like, "Your name's that's so dumb. You named him Eagly," and he's like, "He's an American hero." He's his character is
John
so
Cena
good.
Upset as Peacemaker is probably one of the funniest things.
So
like when he gets like offended
when he gets called in by the team and they're at the diner and he comes in full like Peacemaker. And they're like, "You wore your costume." He's like, "It's not a costume, it's a uniform."
Right.
Just like he thinks he's so right, and he's
in everything,
so
in every way
bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, there is
his portrayal of Peacemaker is just on point.
So good.
You know.
So
that's the scene with him and Idris Elba as Bloodsport when they're going through the camp.
At
the camp scene is my favorite because then they get to the end and they've killed everyone and they shouldn't have killed anyone. And so like your thought process is it's not just this was a competition.
Right.
You guys were literally killing people for competition and they were all on your side.
And he did the whole thing in his underwear and little whitey tighties.
Oh, okay. No. He was in uniform at that point.
Really?
Yes.
I thought he went through the whole thing in his underwear.
No.
He woke up to it in his underwear.
Yeah, when the shark was King Shark was going to eat the dude or eat the rat catcher too.
Was that Sylvester Stallone? Wasn't he King Shark?
He was King Shark's voice.
That's what I meant. Well, he's obviously not King Shark. He's never been that big. So I don't know if you heard this, but apparently Peacemaker Season 1 is not DCU. Peacemaker Season 2 is. And James Gunn says...
Get out of here.
James Gunn says, quote, "It won't be confusing," end quote.
It's going to be confusing.
It probably is going to be confusing. But hey.
Hot take. Going to be confusing.
Hot take, it's probably going to be confusing.
It's already confusing.
Unless they just play it like a Season 1.
Is the Suicide Squad DCU?
It's not. He said it's not.
So it's already confusing.
Yeah. So
are we reintroducing Peacemaker? How is Peacemaker here?
Right.
What is the existence, what is the origin story of Peacemaker? Has it changed? What about his relationships from the Suicide Squad? Well, this is all stupid.
So apparently Gunn has also said, quote, Peacemaker 2 is going to be very magical. And they released this character. I want to get your hot take as a DC.
I have so little confidence in anything happening.
He released a photo of a character in Peacemaker 2.
Are you going to put this up on the screen?
Yeah,
for
put it up on the
people to
screen.
see?
Who do you think it is? I don't know who it is. Looks like he's got some Native American, like he's got feathers on his arms. I just don't know. Not sure who it is, but this is like the tease. I don't know.
Who's the giant who grows?
Who's the giant who grows?
I actually think I know this character.
The Jolly Green?
Nope.
The guy who sells broccoli?
Nope.
I don't know.
No, he's...
It's I keep thinking of Marvel characters because there's Marvel characters that are Native American.
Yeah, you're right. I might be confusing.
I don't know. Yeah. So that's been revealed.
Now I gotta look some stuff up.
Yeah, look some up while I keep going.
Keep going.
So Peacemaker 2. People are excited for that. I'm excited for it. John Cena is great. Even if it's confusing, I think it will be fun. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, is going to be the second full movie of the DCU. We're going to we'll talk about the first one last because that's the bigger one or the more anticipated one. But so that is coming through. It's based on the comic series, the 8-issue comic series called Woman of Tomorrow. Millie Alcock, the girl from House of Dragon, is playing Supergirl. And she looks comic accurate. It looks great. That's a great comic run. It's really dark. And so hopefully it'll still be kind of dark, and we'll get to see some really tough Supergirl stuff. Like, I think that'll be fun. I don't know. It's space. It's in space. I know you're not super excited about Supergirl.
I'm not because we're doing both Superman and Supergirl.
Those are the first two movies.
It doesn't make much sense to me.
Well, you know what? I mean, yeah, probably not. I was going to say, Superman makes sense. Supergirl, not as much.
No, Superman makes sense.
It should be Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. Those should be the first three kind of properties we get. They're going to be big movies. But, I mean, if they're going to take more time on the Batman, Brave and the Bold, then please do, because we want that to be good. Two more big ones. HBO, they're making it a series now. It's called Lanterns, the Green Lantern series. You hear about that?
Say that again. I'm sorry. I'm still looking up
Native American.
I think I actually have an idea.
Who do you think it is?
I think it's Black Condor.
Black Condor.
I think it's Black Condor because I think what they're going to be able to do is first iteration of Black Condor is was from 1940. And it looks like that character there is older. At least it looked like the hair was
looks like
gray.
Some gray in the hair.
And so that could be first iteration of Black Condor that they're playing that then has to pass on
the torch.
Was
he a good guy or a bad guy?
Good guy. Superhero.
Yeah. So he might be the antagonist to Peacemaker.
Yeah. There's a part of me. I don't know.
That'd be kind of cool.
I don't know. I'm wondering.
I mean, James Gunn loves those deep cuts.
That's what I'm.
He loves the deep cuts.
There are a couple of others that I felt like are actually too mainstream.
Yeah.
That I think like Black Condor is the right fit for what we're talking about. He's not going to introduce some other people who might be more higher up on that list.
Okay. All right.
Because he's doing too many weird things.
He's going to do all the weird things, which I think is good. I think that we need that from DC a little bit. We need to stop being safe, and we need to start taking some risks. They just need to be good risks, and they need to work.
Yeah. I mean, I want to go back to Supergirl for a second. Is the idea around Supergirl, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought I had read it was that she comes to Earth slightly after him?
After Clark?
Superman. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think this movie's going to take place off Earth. I don't think it's going to be on Earth.
We're not doing any on Earth.
I think she's going to be on a alien planet for like the whole time. Yeah, which I think is
the actual story.
I think
of
it's cool.
Supergirl that she arrives before him, though.
No, she always arrived after. She left.
Oh no,
before.
she lived. She was older.
Left before him.
She left before him,
but
was
she
older,
arrives
after him. So then they end up being that he is older because yes. Now I'm getting caught back up.
Yeah, she's his older cousin.
But he's actually
she was cryogenically frozen before him,
and then he ends up being older on Earth.
Yeah. So the Woman of Tomorrow TV or comic series. I believe is mostly done in space. So I mean, I think that would be kind of cool. Make it a little more cosmic.
The idea that she's not even going to wake up on Earth.
I don't think. No, I think this is. I think this is going to be her in space, not with Superman. So no, I don't think Superman will be in this movie. I think it's just going to be her and like space stuff.
And this is where
it'd be kind of cool.
So we're introducing a cartoon version of Creature Commandos, right? Then we have Peacemaker season 2.
Yep.
We're introducing Superman. We're introducing Supergirl.
Yeah.
It makes you beg the question, like, what is going to be our overarching thread? That,
I don't
brings us all together.
I'm
like,
assuming
what is
they're going to.
We're starting to work towards.
He has said they will. He said they all.
No, I know they will. Or I know he said that, which makes me wonder.
Would be the big bad?
What is the big bad? What is the big storyline that we're actually going to be driving towards?
I don't know. We'll have to see more. He has to get the Trinity out before we can really see that.
Well, but
they've got to have their own story.
Think about this.
Plant the seeds.
They had already done some iteration of this, which is actually then makes it probably that they're not going to do this. But if we're doing a young Clark Kent,
right?
That's when his first interactions with Batman are actually the worst.
Yeah, right. For sure, they're not friends yet.
They're not friends.
Right. They're not world's finest yet.
Worried about him.
There's rumor that the first team up movie is going to be called World's Finest, and it's going to be a Batman Superman team up, which would be good. That's how you do it.
Yeah, that's true. That's
and
true.
they're established. So we'll talk about that a little bit more when we go over the Superman.
But didn't we talk about that they want an older Batman?
They want an older Batman.
Right. So this is where...
Well, but that's okay, because Batman can be older than Superman. That's okay.
He should be older than Superman.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is...
But older as
there are not any storylines where Batman
yeah.
is older than the at the time of the introduction of Superman.
Well, but it's
there's not a storyline like that.
They're not talking about
put it in there. Put it in the comics if I'm missing that. But
they're not like old Batman.
No, I know they're not going for like
not old man Batman.
I know that. But
it's like been in the game.
I thought they were for 10, 15 years.
Like he's not like a first year.
But
Batman.
It's the same idea that came in Batman v Superman, right?
Sure.
Batman had been on the scene for 10 years. He had been gruesomely beaten the crap out of the criminal underworld, and then Superman came on the scene.
Yeah, so they're probably doing something similar,
right? Which is concerning.
I don't know. It's going to be a very different Superman though, because like Henry Cavill's Superman, as much as we loved him, was a much more dark and brooding and like not Superman. So like this Superman's not looking that way. This Superman's looking like the more
holly jolly Superman.
All right, one more before we go, because Superman's the bigger one.
Yeah,
but they're running a TV show called Lanterns, which is going to be about the Green Lantern Corps,
right, you said that.
Which is looking pretty cool. It's gonna star Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. Mm-hmm. So that's like the two best Lanterns.
Yeah.
Jon Stewart was just recently cast. Aaron Pierre,
Kyle Renner, dude.
Kyle Renner. Nobody likes Kyle Renner. Kyle Renner's the artist. He's pretty. I mean, he's fine, but like he was like the trying to make the new cool hip Hal Jordan, and he just kind of fell flat in the comics.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But Aaron Pierre is going to be playing Jon Stewart, and he was.
Do we have a Hal Jordan yet?
We do. So he's Aaron Pierre hasn't done a huge amount. He was in a show called Rebel Ridge. I do, and he's the voice of Mufasa in the Lion King prequel.
He looks good.
He looks comic accurate.
Fit.
Like, and
that's a good fit.
Friggin' looks
very comic accurate
and ready to go,
ready to run.
Then Hal Jordan is actually played by Kyle Chandler. So Kyle Chandler's from Friday Night.
Sounds familiar.
He's from Friday Night Lights, but he's old now. But he looks good. He looks like the right kind of guy. He looks like Hal Jordan.
He looks like Hal Jordan old. Are they hold on?
Well,
hold on. Are they playing a angle where Hal Jordan
could he become Parallax?
Yes,
I would be very happy with that.
Now I'll be happy
I would be very happy with that.
Because the reason that
Jon Stewart
comes into the picture is because Hal Jordan becomes Parallax.
He takes the place of the Hal Jordan. Yeah, so maybe he gets issued
that would be great.
That would be sweet.
That would fit.
That'd be really cool.
Work.
Yeah,
I'm for that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Please do that.
So, this is a cool little fun fact. Aaron Pierre, the guy who was cast as Jon Stewart, was almost cast as Adam Warlock in Guardians 3.
Wow!
But he ended up not being cast, obviously. But
that's good.
I can't wait. We've been asking. So people have been asking for a Jon Stewart forever. Diggle from Arrow.
Oh yeah.
People wanted him to be Jon Stewart, and they never could get the rights to the character, and so they couldn't make him that. But they teased it a bunch.
I'm sure. Yeah. And then they gave him a terrible.
Yeah, he was awful at the end. And he was like my favorite character in the Arrow show.
Diggle was great.
He was so good.
Diggle was great.
But so, anyways, that's coming out in the next year or so. It's a TV show, so it's going to be run kind of like a cops, like a space police, which is fine.
This is the weirdest intro
to
any
very
universe ever.
And then the big one, Superman. Superman comes out July 11th, 2025. 2025 is going to be July 2025 is going to be huge. It's Fantastic Four and Superman in the same month.
It's going to be an interesting,
it's going to be a big month. So this is where it gets weirder, though, and I know you've seen some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Superman comes on the scene when superheroes are very big on Earth.
Yep.
And he interacts with a whole bunch of superheroes
that
are already very well established as superheroes. And it's going to create a very interesting dynamic. They're going to have to introduce a lot of people.
Them all.
Sure, he's stronger than all of them.
Yeah.
But we're going to see. So one, they just announced that they are what's
Condiment
his name?
Man.
No. What's is it just Superdog? What's his dog's name?
Crypto.
Crypto is in it.
Superdog. Come on.
Well, Crypto's in it.
Okay.
He's based out actually off of James Gunn's dog. James Gunn's rescue dog.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
James Gunn being awesome as usual.
Right. So he's bringing in Crypto. So Crypto's going to be an actual part of the movie.
Do you know who I think could play this dog really well?
My dog.
My dog.
Well, no, I don't think he actually.
Do you know who I think could play this? Dog. Actually, you know what would have been hilarious?
Yeah.
Do you know who could play this dog really well?
Yeah.
My brother.
And you know what? He probably
would. He probably would.
So anyway, these are the characters. Some of them have been confirmed. Some of them have been rumored. I'm just going to hit you with all of them, and then just tell me what you think.
Yeah.
All right. So one, we have Rick Flag Sr. is also Gorilla's supposed to make a scene. He's supposed to appear in Peacemaker 2. He's also supposed to appear in Superman, which is pretty cool.
I like that.
So he's going to connect. We've got Lex Luthor.
But my only question will be, with these Rick Flags, these Rick Flag Seniors, do they, in live action, connect to the animated series?
That's what he says. Better. That's what he says they do. Yeah.
They better.
I mean,
I know he says it. I know they say this.
They drew Rick Flag to look like Frank Grillo. So
I know they say this.
Yeah. All right. So we've got Lex Luthor coming in. He's being played by Nicholas Hoult, which again I think is very odd, but he's Beast from the new X-Men, and he's the drugged up dude from Mad Max.
I actually think he could do it. Seeing him on the and we've seen him in a skull cap with
the Mad Max.
The Mad Max.
Yeah,
I think he's a good casting.
Yeah,
I actually like that one. Yeah. I'm excited for that. I like him as an actor.
I think so. Yeah, I think he'll be good.
Could do it.
But it's gonna be weird. I don't know if I can picture him as Lex. But anyway,
he could do it.
Edie Gathering is coming in as Mr. Terrific. He's the guy. He's
I know Mr. Terrific.
No. The actor is Darwin from First Class.
Oh,
the guy that gets the bomb blown up.
Oh, he's good.
He's playing Mr.
He's
good real good
casting for Mr.
So
Terrific.
Really excited for that. Yeah, Isabella Merced is coming in as Hawk Girl. She was the one of the leads in Alien Romulus. I didn't see it, but she's relatively new.
I didn't see
That's
Alien.
the new one.
Oh no, wait. Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
She's so Hawk Girl's answer. We got Mr. Terrific, we got Hawk Girl, Anthony Carrigan from the show Barry with what's his name?
Oh, that's
his eye and the thing in his eye in Hot Rod.
I know it. I know who you're talking about.
Who's the actor? It's
it's not in his eye. It's in his head.
Whatever.
I know who you're talking about.
His name's escaped me. Anyway, he's playing Metamorpho.
Who's playing Metamorpho? Because we just talked about the wrong guy.
Anthony Carrigan. No, Anthony Carrigan. I don't know who Anthony Carrigan is. But he's in that show with whatever his name is.
Do we not have any pictures of these guys?
I don't have Anthony Carrigan. I don't have Anthony Carrigan up.
You're going to put these photos up, and I'm going to be like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, probably. But it's okay. It doesn't really matter who he is. It's just the fact that the character's there. So we've got Mr. Terrific, Hawk Girl, and Metamorpho, and then Nathan Fillion's coming as Guy Gardner.
Of course.
So he's going to be freaking great. And he's got the bowl cut, man. He's got the bowl cut and the vest and everything. So
that's what's weird.
Yeah.
So let me go over this a little bit.
Right.
So Superman, I kind of expected to have come onto the scene. There's a few that make sense.
Yeah.
Mr. Terrific makes sense as one. I can see how Hawk Girl could be there because of it being like she was almost entirely Earth-based with the Egyptian background and everything like that.
Right.
I could see Metamorpho. I can see as well. That could be interesting. Guy Gardner, you throw in there.
So
and that doesn't make much sense to me because now you've got an intergalactic presence here.
So they're connected, and I can't.
And how are we establishing? I mean, I guess I can see it. We're doing some they're sea-level characters.
They all wear a uniform. And they're part of a team. Like they've all got uniforms that look like they're comic uniforms, but they're part of they have like an insignia, and I can't remember what insignia they're part of. I can't remember, man.
Interesting.
And I can't find it right now. But it looks like they're all part of a team. So like they're established set of heroes that are like protecting Earth at this point.
Okay.
So they're all in there.
All right, that'll be interesting.
Yeah. And then the rumor.
So are we running into the situation where they actually believe that like Superman,
maybe Superman's
like
a threat?
They're trying to, that's
so
Superman's a threat again.
There is a behind
We're
the
going
scenes.
to play that storyline again.
There's a behind the scenes photo where Superman's in handcuffs.
Oh my God.
Which is like, why do they keep putting him in handcuffs? He can just break out of them.
Guys,
but what's interesting is that he's being led away by a dude who's in a mask, really, really freaking big, and he's got a giant U on his chest.
Ultraman.
that's the thought, is that Lex Luthor, who has been confirmed as the big bad of this movie, created a Superman clone and created Ultraman to fight Superman. So that's going to be the fight.
Interesting.
Which I think would be kind of cool. But what do you think about having all those people with all these big backgrounds in one movie?
I don't have any problem with the ones that you've named.
Okay, good. Okay,
the only one that I was a little bit weird on, I will say, is Guy Gardner.
Well, Nathan Fillion has to be in every James Gunn movie.
It has to be. I think that's
and he's a perfect Guy Gardner.
He is a perfect Guy Gardner. But I could see it a little bit more because Guy Gardner, you're putting a number of characters who are not major players.
Right.
They're not.
They don't hold their own movies.
No.
They're good ensemble.
Right. And so I like that.
Okay.
And I like that they are nowhere near, for the majority, near power
Superman's
level of
power.
Superman.
Yeah. Metamorpho could at least confuse him for a little bit.
Right.
But and Hawk Girl at some iterations is pretty freaking strong, but not Superman level strong.
But so when we talk about it, it's like they are established heroes of Earth.
Right.
Where it's like, you're not the quality of hero that we're going to get to.
Right.
Like,
you're not the Justice
League.
You're
introduction.
Maybe an inspiration for Superman for the Justice League.
Right.
Like he looks at them and says, we need heroes.
So I think that could be a cool intro. I also would really love to see an Ultraman line, a storyline here.
Me too.
We've never done it.
The closest we got was the Nuclear Man from Superman 4. Where you could pull the blinds and make him fall over.
I remember.
Coolest part of that movie though was when he buried him on the dark side of the moon. That was like the coolest way to end his character.
Smart.
But like that was the closest we got because they used Superman's DNA or whatever to create that clone. But he wasn't Ultraman. He was I forget what he was called.
So like had you started naming like some more higher level characters, I would have been upset.
Right.
But because we're talking these characters who do have some rich history, but we know they're not on the same level as anyone in the Justice League.
Not at all.
Like I think it's a safe play because it gives even the potential for like, let's say Superman joins this group at the end. Like let's say it ends with him leading this group.
Yeah.
He's immediately like, I got to get some better.
I got to get better.
better people
some bigger guns in here.
I need some bigger guns alongside me.
Well, and it creates, which is something that Marvel always did well, I think. It creates the feeling. I mean, in the past, it creates the feeling that this is a bigger world. That it's not just this dude. Because like, whenever I see a Superman movie, I'm like, where are all the other heroes, like, not responding to this?
Right.
Like, what's going on? But, like, the fact that we get to see other heroes and be like, there are other superheroes doing other super stuff, and they're in this world, and they're going to take note when a freaking Kryptonian starts doing stuff. Like, that's kind of cool.
But I think there's also something to be said for... So Superman's whole upbringing is what connects him to Earth, right?
Oh, sure, for sure.
Right, so that's his storyline is he's a child of Krypton and a child of Earth.
Yeah,
that's why he cares about Earth. That's why he protects Earth.
Right.
Because he doesn't have a home. He couldn't protect Krypton.
Right.
He was a baby.
Right.
And so he's not going to allow Earth to have suffer the same fate as Krypton.
Right.
But then he's able to see that it isn't just him who has the responsibility of protecting Earth, that there are other humans or humanoids or superpowered
magical ring
people who care about this planet, who want to work to be able to be doing the same thing, and he can gain some inspiration from them as well in being able to have him feel encouraged in that work. But then it becomes the question of, okay, well, how do you phase out this group and how do you introduce some of the others who are going to have this bigger play in terms of powers and in terms of roles in the DCU.
So two ways.
What do you think, Fives?
2 ways.
He's not even facing us,
dude.
Quiet.
I know.
Just like he's not even
staring at the screen. He's watching YouTube videos over there.
I bet he is.
Not even our channel.
He's not even on us. He's not subscribed.
He's not.
He's not.
Don't be like Fives.
Don't be like Fives. You don't want to be like Fives.
2 ways. 2 ways I think they could do this. One, they could kill a bunch of people or move people on.
I really hope people die.
So here's this, right? Guy Gardner could either lose his ring privileges, because that happens in the comics a lot, or get repositioned to another place in the galaxy, which happens in the comics.
Plenty of times.
So he could easily be left.
Yeah.
Hawkgirl could stay around. She's been part of the Justice League.
Yeah.
So she could stay around.
Yeah.
Metamorpho could die, and Mr. Terrific could die. Like, they could, right?
I mean, yeah.
So that could have. So that's one way. The other way is that team could go off and start the Justice Society.
Yes.
And he could start the
Let's
Justice League.
Some Justice Society.
Right. And so then we could get we get Johnny Thunder in there.
Yeah.
We could get Hourman. We get a bunch of people that kind of join up and have a B
Let's
team.
Get some Justice Society.
Yeah, get a B team going, and then have an A team. Have Superman start the A team, and they go off and be their B team, because they can be two teams that exist.
Sure.
You know, that's kind of what we're hoping Marvel does, and has a West Coast Avengers and like a ground level Avengers and whatever. They can do it.
Dude, you got to stop.
Hey man, I'm trying
to make stuff up about. We're hoping for Marvel to put together like 6 different teams
to do good things
that are all going to be doing different things. They're not going to do it
all by myself.
I know, bro.
Yeah,
I know.
So there's multiple ways that they could.
Nobody feels
movie.
Bad for you. You've had too much good for too long.
I don't feel bad.
You should. You suck.
Even my bad. Even my bad's pretty good.
Your bad is better than ours,
except for the Marvels.
You can't dig low enough.
Oh, I guess we're as low as we can go. I guess it's still
the
decent.
Marvels. The Marvels was.
Where
would
bad.
I put Marvels?
The Marvels
in the DCEU. Like,
there aren't that many that are bad. I think I'd watch Man of Steel over the Marvels. Yes. I'd watch Batman v Superman over the Marvels.
Yes.
And
Snyder Cut.
I'd watch the Snyder Cut over the Marvels.
I would not watch. No. I would watch. I watch Justice League. Yes.
I would
watch
the first Wonder Woman over the Marvels.
I can't deal with the singing, bro.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. All right.
And the cat and all of it.
Flurkins?
The Flurkin babies all over the place.
Oh, the Flurkin
and
babies?
then they use the Flurkins to get off the ship.
I love how how they just were like, let's just let them eat everybody.
I wouldn't watch The Flash over it. No,
in principle, I have refused to watch The Flash.
I don't watch The Flash at all.
I have no desire to watch The Flash again.
That is horrible.
All right, well, we're not talking about that. DC.
Sorry.
Okay, so that's what we got. I mean, that's what we got coming out. It seems it's weird.
Enough.
It's weird
not enough.
And somewhat positive. You're saying it's not enough. We're gonna get.
Is that all of
things.
the 2025?
That's all that they've really announced.
Okay.
So
the reason I say this,
which isn't bad. I don't want too much more.
It's bad.
But I don't want too much more.
It's not good.
I want them to take time, because
I agree with you. But what? Listen to me.
We know Wonder Woman TV show, and we know Batman Brave and the Bold. They'll eventually come out.
Right, but
just not yet.
Hear me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many
did
we realize? How many Marvel 2025 movies 10. And shows?
There are 10 things coming out.
And how many did you just name for DC?
I want to say 3. Because I think Lanterns, Peacemaker 2, and Superman are coming out next year, I think.
Oh, are those the only ones for next year?
Well, because
you had named also
Creature Commandos is coming out this year.
Okay.
This year. And then I don't know when. I don't think Supergirl has been given a release date yet. So
first off,
is Batman 2 coming out next year?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I can't remember. Court of Owls. Go on.
This is taking too long.
Well, but here's the thing: if it went out,
he's been named.
If it came out really fast, you would say it's going too fast. We want the right time.
You're right.
We want the right time.
You're not getting it. Like there is a right time, and this is not the. We're now beyond right time.
When did The Flash come out? Last year?
47 years ago.
47
years.
47
years ago.
I think it was last year. So
I was negative 12 years old when.
So he's launching the DCU just under 2 years after the DCEU ended. That's not bad.
That's long,
dude. It takes almost 2 years to just make and edit a movie. Like they start filming a movie and then it takes like a year and a half for it to be done and ready to go.
It's too long. It's too long. It's too long.
All right. Well, we'll see. Well, Creature Commandos will be our first taste. We'll see if it's good. Superman will be our first theater movie.
Here, you're probably right, because I mean, the other part of this was like naming him My hope. Here's where I will give a little time, and I will give some hope. I will give some hope.
Give it.
He had to clear house.
He did.
So which means he had to hire everybody, but that he needed in his vision.
And he had to figure out what to let go.
Okay. So I'm okay with that. But I mean, as a fan.
Yeah. Right. You wanted that.
It's taking a long time.
So
it feels really long. As a fan.
Right.
To 100%. Not have anything good for so long. And now the hopes of something good, but it's still not here for a while.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. There's something I saw about the writers of one of these shows. I want to find it.
They're already on strike.
They've already given up.
They've already quit.
We'll end with this.
Yeah. These
are the writers for The Lanterns.
Okay.
This is the credits he has for the TV show.
Yeah.
Some of them seem really good. Some of them, well, we'll see. What you think?
Okay.
So here we go. Drew Goddard, who wrote for Daredevil, Marvel's, at Netflix.
All right. Good. Dope.
Jeremy Slater, who wrote for Moon Knight.
Dope.
Right. Crystal Henry, who wrote for HBO's Watchmen show.
Okay.
It's pretty good, right?
Pretty good. I'll accept it. Yep, good.
Christina Hodson, who wrote for The Flash movie.
The Flash movie? Just kill me now.
I saw that credit. I was like, why? Why does a writer from that movie get a chance to do another thing in DC?
They should be run out of Hollywood.
Or just go do something else. Don't do another DC movie.
Find a different career
Maybe
path.
You're good at other stories, but you're not good at DC stories.
Maybe you're just good at other things. Have you looked into underwater basket weaving?
Oh, that's actually really cool to watch.
Right?
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
You just gotta. I gotta watch it sped up though, because it's kind of boring.
But maybe she has a talent for that.
Maybe
because she doesn't have her writing.
At least not for The Flash, or for DC, or for time travel, or for any of that. Guys, we have a lot coming out this coming year. DC and Marvel alike,
and we're back in swing.
We're back in the swing.
We've got a lot of fun things coming up.
We do.
We've got our stickers. We've got our holiday treats coming up.
Yep.
And our annual holiday episode, which is going to be wonderful, which I cannot wait for.
It's also going to be our magical 200th episode. So amazing. Man, we've been doing this, as the sticker says, we've been doing this since 2020.
2020.
Since 2020.
How many children did I have at that point?
3.
2. 3?
Blake was born.
Blake was born.
She was very little, but she was born. You had 3. And now you have 5.
Mm-hmm.
I had 0, and now I have 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a lot.
That's kind of that's bad for me. That's a bad statement for me.
You had 2, and I had 1 in the time frame.
Did you hear what you just said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're busy.
Yeah.
We will keep talking about this stuff,
and
guys.
we started talking about how Harry might like Vic at that point.
Yeah, well, Harry wasn't dating Vic when we started.
I know.
A lot has happened.
But then he got
married.
He got the love, the X-Wing. The love X-Wing.
Oh, yeah.
Remember
when
that?
she went to Disney World?
Yeah.
It was like, something's happening here. Something special.
Yeah, no, there's not.
Oh,
no, there's not.
Yeah, I miss him.
I miss him, too.
Well, he'll be here next episode.
We'll see you.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode of Legion of Comic Correction. Stay Legion.